Hello. Hi, everybody. It is a beautiful Wednesday. I know there's a lot going on, and a lot of people are enjoying today's adventures. I had PTS for life. Hey, welcome. We have retired red in the house, everybody. Summer, we'll definitely see what we can do about that trivia. I did see the trivia statement. Sandra, it's me, the hugger. That's right. Rebecca, hi, honey. Hi, Liz. Honey, hope you're well. I'm working on it. I'm definitely a little bit on the sneezing side, everybody, and sleeping pretty much all day except for a brief phone call I had with my aunt today. So I figured I would fill you in and let you guys know that at least some of the information that I got. I also want to come on here and see if I can answer a couple questions that are emailed to me because I couldn't figure out a way to put them into words. Let me get you off the screen. KWS, welcome. And that's right. Say hi to everybody in the chat. So it's basically one of those things. I got an email asking me, and don't worry, this one wasn't negative. I'm not doing anything negative. Peggy P, oh my God, it has been a while. I haven't seen you in a minute or two. Welcome. I've missed you. I'm just telling you, I got a name for I remember things. I remember lots of things. Salty Beach Girl Lori, nice to see you. So the main question that I got, and I got 2 emails on it. How do I define Scientology? Like, what is Scientology to me? Now, we're going to take out the negative condensation. We're going to take out the, what exactly people think of it. I'm going to explain it to you from a person that grew up in it because there's 2 different paths. Now, I am not saying in those 2 different paths, are they right or wrong? I'm not saying that it is not a ridiculous cult. But what I am going to explain is what is Scientology basically means there's 2 avenues in Scientology. You have the study tech side, and then you have the auditing side. So there's 2 different sides. Now, the first side, it's teaching you how to learn, or supposedly. Now, remember, this was all stolen from someone else. This was all turned around and twisted into this is what LRH came up with. But realistically, he stole it from someone else. He stole it. The 3 barriers to study is the main thing. And that would be either lack of mass. Now, lack of mass is super, super weird, from the person on the outside. It is super weird. Lack of mass means that you've never read about it. Like you've never seen a picture of it. You've never touched an object. So let's say that you're reading about leather-bound books. Okay. Simple leather-bound books. But you're reading about how significant they are, but you've never actually seen one. You've never touched one. You've never held one. Let's say you don't even own a leather belt. So, SB, thank you so very much. Okay, I've always found it a little crazy how many of us ex-Scientologists are also LGBTQ+. Yes. And I'll get into that one too. Please stick around for that one. So you have the lack of mass. And so it's all about, yes, please double check your that you're subscribed. I know a lot of people aren't. I personally didn't send out a message thing today because I'm just not feeling my best. So I'm going to try to answer as many as I can on this chat, and hopefully the people that email me have a chance to do it. And I also want everyone to know, if you have questions, please submit the question. Just write the word question. I'm going to try to get to them. Red is in the background. She is also here. So if you could please give her a thank you, I would appreciate it. She is my go-to girl for quite a lot of things. So after lack of mass, you have too steep a gradient. Now, too steep a gradient basically means, now without trying to Scientology the shit out of you guys, too steep a gradient means that you're going from let's say you're going from math A or math B to suddenly you're in algebra 2 or even trig. Okay. That would be too steep a gradient. You're going from a reading level of maybe a 4th grade reading level to all of a sudden you're reading Pride and Prejudice, which is not a 4th grade reading level. So that would be too steep a gradient. The words are completely different. You're going to have more syllables in your words. You're going to have more words that you have to look up and more words that can confuse you. The next one and final, because remember there's 3, is a misunderstood word. A misunderstood word is is just that. I mean, there's no real thing to understand in regards to it. It just means that there's a word that you've come across that you don't know and you're guessing the meaning. And so for a lot of us, it basically can break down to we just don't understand. We need to go grab the dictionary. We need to find the main origin of that word, really make sure that we understand what that word is, and then we move forward. It's not pretty, but those are the main 3 things. And even in the student hat, the focal point is all of the things that you can be missing out on, all of the things that you don't understand. And it's trying to teach you to be a better student. Again, these were all things stolen from actual teachers, actual people that knew the world, that knew how to teach people how to learn. So it was stolen. I don't know if PTS for Life is still in here, but he can definitely tell you, whether that's true or not. But that's the side. You have the side of learning, whether you're learning how to be a better human being. And Scientology should not be teaching someone how to be a better human being, because they have this belief of the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics. If they are forgetting a dynamic, which could be number 2, which is your family. It could be your romantic side. There's 2 sides to the second dynamic. You have the family aspect, and then you have the romantic aspect. So if they're skipping that whole thing, then it is okay as long as they're hitting 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As long as they're hitting the other ones, that's okay. But it's yes, I was taught study tech as a child. I was also given auditing. PTS, we have a lot in common. I was also given auditing from the age of 4. Now, so I got auditing from 4 to 10. And no, I did not go clear. It was primarily focused on my parents not being together, on what I felt like. It was, trying to grab every single overt and withhold that I had. And when you're 4 years old, let me tell you, the only overt or withhold that you have is literally, I went back to the cafeteria and stole an extra banana. So there's not a lot of overts that you have as a child. You're not taught how to lie. You're taught how to hate, but not lie. And not until you get older, and then you're taught to lie, because then it's like, do you believe this? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wholeheartedly. So that would be one side of it. And I'm just giving you a narrow version of it, so that way it's easy to understand. We don't need to over word this up or over talk it. Then you have the actual holding the cans. Now, holding the cans, it's just that, everybody. It's literally like you're holding 2 rock stars, okay? 2 of the small rock stars, so that it fits in your hands and your hands are comfortable. Oh, hold on. I got to show this one. PTS. PTS for Life says it's not a lie. It's an acceptable truth. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So the second part is you hold the cans, and it is meant to get out everything that anything negative you've experienced, anything negative that you think you've experienced. And that, yes, does include if you have a past life. And, it narrows it down to going up the bridge even further. And then you finally find out about Xenu and OT3. And then you find out about some other stuff as you go up. Yes, soup cans can be used, but the best way I can explain the cans that I held, because for some reason I got I got tiny hands for, but I always got the ones that look like a rock star, just the little 12-ounce ones. But you also have a lot of technical stuff, whether you've, on the auditing side, you have, that's kind of split into two. You have the learning how to audit someone and then being audited. So there's that narrow field of two different ways. And you can be a child learning how to audit an adult. You can be asking an adult, and by child, I mean like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, anywhere within that range. Willie Weed, welcome. Yes, I look like I'm in a lot less pain. Yes, yesterday was really horrible with my pretty bad fever. K-Was. Now I'm going to go and pick up rock stars now that you mentioned the cans. Remember, you just got to grab the 12-inch one, the 12-ounce ones, not inch. Sorry, everybody. If they made a 12-inch rock star, woo! But it's also that separate avenue. Now, where a lot of abuses happened with children is you have a child, and that is anyone under the age of 21 for us. Okay. Especially like me, it's anyone under the age of 21, because at 21, you're still a child. I don't care if you're old enough to drink. I don't care if you're holding down 3 or 4 jobs. That part is not necessarily what makes you an adult. I didn't really feel I was an adult until I was 25. Because at 25, you have life experiences behind you. You have a job, you're paying bills, you're living on your own, or you're living with someone. There's quite a lot that happens. Is No Talk Tony in the chat? Yes, she is. Hi, No Talk Tony. So you can ask an older man. So let's say you're asking a man that is 65 years old, and let's give you an age of 15. What is that crime? Have you committed any crimes against any other Scientologists? And they happen to have done something dirty to another child, whether it's male or female. They will confess it to you, because it's almost like church. You confess it, you do the steps to forgive yourself, and then you ask for forgiveness back from the group, and suddenly you're fine. You could say that you steal cars. It doesn't matter. You admit to the overt, and then suddenly you work the lower conditions. And then again, you're suddenly, it's like you're appeased. Like, oh, there's no crime here. That's no crime. No crime. Because the one thing that we are taught from a very young age, and I mean very young age, I was taught never report a fellow Scientologist to the police. Never. That is the worst thing that you can do. Now, that is not the worst thing that you can do, just so you know. The worst thing that you can do is be gay. And above all, being gay, it's masturbation. So that is pretty much the best way I can explain Scientology. Is it's almost like a tree. Okay. And I know that sounds horrible, because there's also the tree of life, and learning about the tree of life was completely fascinating to me. But the tree definitely is in there. And you have the one branch that goes this way, the one branch that goes this way, the one branch that, turns. But a lot of abuse happens because of that. A lot of abuse happens because all they have to do is confess their crimes. And whether you're admitting to masturbating to a 12-year-old, whether you're thinking of having impure thoughts to a 13-year-old, doesn't matter. And a 65-year-old could be auditing said 13-year-old, and said that 13-year-old is admitting, I touched myself. It was only for a few seconds, but I did it. And that's considered an overt in Scientology, because touching yourself is inappropriate, is very, very bad. Self-gratification is bad. It's almost like the only way that Scientology views you as an acceptable human being is if the only person that you're having sex with is your spouse. But I can promise you, from someone that's been inside, that is not who's having sex. Do they admit it? Sometimes you have people admit what's happened. You have some people that admit, hey, so-and-so and I did heavy petting. Now, heavy petting, everybody, is just that. It's literally, it's kissing someone in a sexual manner besides just anything over just a small peck is considered heavy petting. If you were touching someone's butt, heavy petting. If you're hugging for someone more than 12 seconds, or at least that was my experience, you're considered heavy petting, you know? I had gotten, for my 18th birthday, I had gotten a hug from one of my friends, and he was just like, I'm so grateful to have met you. And he was from Africa, and he just gave me a hug, and I hugged him back, but then I released and he continued, and he was put in lower conditions for heavy petting. Now, there was nothing about that that was sexual. It was literally just my birthday. It was a birthday hug, you know? I tried to go to my boss and be like, look, there was nothing sexual about that. I'm not interested in him. He's not interested in me. Little did I know he was interested in me. Didn't know that. But yes, it is an old phrase. It is very much an old phrase. And a lot of things that go on in Scientology are very narrow-minded. We'll just put it that way. It's very narrow-minded. Because I know, like, I don't know if you guys had a chance to check out my live with Laura and Janice, when it was so refreshing for me, because in Janice's day, if someone was inappropriate with a child, they were immediately kicked off. Immediately, like, go find your own way, go find your own way home. You know, and it kind of set a tone, and it set a tone that said, this is unacceptable. Hold on one second. Did none ever tell those people that it was actually involved in heavy petting? Did none ever tell these people that it is actually involved in heavy petting? No, heavy petting was literally, it could be a hug, it could be, you know, I've since looked up heavy petting, and it's more sexual, like you've actually gone to second base, third base. But getting even up to bat can be considered heavy petting. That'd be the best way I can explain it, is just coming up to bat and you're heavy petting. Okay. So that is one of the main things that goes on in there. The power that lies to paralyzed. Welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. So hopefully that answers that question. Now, one of the other questions is, why don't I take sides? Because I don't believe in taking sides. Because the main mission for me is going to get my dad out, going to get anybody that wants to be out. That is my main mission. I'm never going to pick sides. I love everyone in there. I'm going to go ahead and star that question real quick. But it basically turns into this, like, this situation where it's like, I'm trying to literally just save my dad. I am putting myself out there to save little me's, little Laura's, little, you know, Serge Del Mar needed saving when he was in there. You know, Amy Scobie needed saving. Claire needed saving. Mark, look at his story of how he escaped. It's James Bond all to the T. If they can grab you, they will grab you. And no, it is not, you know, you are completely open to leave and open to, you know, one day you can wake up from your post and suddenly go, you know what? I don't want to be on this post anymore. No, it's going to be putting you on decks, putting you through rigorous amounts of cleaning, digging, burying, doing everything they possibly can to break what little spirit you have left until they can convince you to stay. And if they can't convince you to stay, then they either put you on the RPF or they turn around, and from the RPF, they will either route you out or not. Hi, Miss Marilyn. Nice to see you. I just saw that. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the questions that I had written down. I'm confused. So what are you confused on? If you can be a little bit more specific, just definitely let me know, Eve. I would definitely appreciate it. Let me tag some of these questions while I wait for Miss Eve to tell me. Julia Ryder, being audited as a child sounds unbelievably intimidating. It is. It is, because you're worried about doing it wrong. But let's be realistic, guys. You're waiting for a needle to float. This isn't a lie detector. It's not. It's literally your needle's going to go like this, or it's not, or you're going to squeeze the cans a little harder, or your palms are going to be a little sweaty. There's so many reasons that you could get put in lower conditions when it comes to auditing, and it is intimidating. There's no justification, but they use it as one. Sandra, I walked into the store in LA and I told them I was clear. They fell over themselves to shake my hands. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I know my wife wants to do the same thing, but considering how fast Golden Air shut that blind, I'm considering the fact that they all have my picture now. So let's see. Grounded in truth. I'm late, never late. I promise. Anytime you show up, you're showing up. That's your time too. They don't use words right. Correct. They do not use words to all of their definitions, but I promise you they're using words, and they could be taking a definition from the 1700s, but it's still a definition that's in a dictionary. Like the word integrity. Yes. The word integrity. Yeah. Grounded in truth. Where is my book? You know what? You're absolutely right. Because I was gonna say something and then realized, you know what? No, integrity is not a big one in there. It's not. Because let's say that you're a father and your child is young, in that same breath, you should spend time with your child. You should be a parent. You should not be handing your child off to someone else to raise. You should be doing the best that you can with your child. You brought this child into the world. You need to take care of that child. But yes, integrity is something that they don't have. And I have worked very hard to have, because I am big on keeping my word. I may not have been big on integrity before, but I am big on it now. Okay. In quid, I'm probably butchering it. I'm so sorry. Question: were you ever accused of 2D? I think that means 2D flowing. I was accused of 2D flowing my friend Jamie, which is totally possible that I was 2D flowing her, because I am gay as hell and she was very beautiful. So what, I probably having dirty thoughts about her? Yep. But I just did my lower condition and I got welcomed back into the group, and then Jamie and I would stay away from each other for a little bit. It's kind of how it worked. Even though she was my friend, we stayed away from each other. Julia, question: at what point do children become considered adults in their bodies? They're from the instant they're born. If that sounds like the best way I can explain it. Sounds like they were more protected at first. No. I will tell you, as a person that was born into Scientology, basically what can happen is, from the instant you're born, you're considered an adult. You're just considered an adult in a little body. Like, unfortunately, your parents have to take care of you. They have to feed you. They have to give you water, milk, whatever you need, but you're considered an adult in a little body from the time you're born. Yeah. Like they talk to a child like an adult. That's why most of us talk like children now and have our children moments, because we weren't allowed to have that when we were younger. Retire Red Liz. Eve had a comment. I'll let her check it out. No worries, Eve. Oh, did I miss it? Yep. Didn't. Yeah. So here's the question: you're responsible for everything right from birth. Yes. As disgusting as that sounds, like, if you have a stinky diaper, yeah, you did that. Let's see. Marilyn Stevens, girl, preach on. You're telling the truth and not taking sides. Prayers to your dad, and you're reconnecting. I hope so. I bloody hope so. But yes, what happened to us as kids was horrible. Um, okay. Red asked me to do something and I don't know what he wants. Oh, okay. Okay. Believe. Well, thank you for letting me. If you ever have a question for me, just definitely write the word question and I will answer anything you can. I also want to let people know, hold on one second. You're expected to give full exchange for everything that was given to you. That is right. If you're fed, you give exchange. And if that means digging a hole, you dig a hole. If that means moving bricks or helping people when it comes to doing any kind of manual labor, it is called exchange. And that is what you have to give for all of that. So hopefully that helps with that. I also got another email, and I'm trying to tag each of the emails as I go. The first one I tagged, second one I tagged. Well, first one I got a couple on. The next one is someone had made a comment that they felt bullied in my chat, that they had a differing of opinions than a few people in the chat, and heck girl, just go for it. Eve, Barney, just retype your comment and I won't hide it. Yeah. No, everything is open. Everything is open. So thank you so much, Red. But if there is a difference in opinion, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, if things start getting heated and someone's feeling bullied, that's when I care. I grew up being stifled and I grew up being treated like crap. Actually crap was probably better treated because at least it was, it was crap. So basically, if you ever feel, and I mean every single person in the chat, if you ever feel like you're being bullied in here, write the word pineapple. Just write the word pineapple. Red, if you want to write that word down, if you see the word pineapple, automatically star that comment. Because realistically, that's not going to happen here. This is a safe space for everyone to have their opinions, whether they be good or bad, whether they be up or down, whatever a person's opinions are, I'm not going to stifle them. But if it is bullying what is being stifled, that's different. If I tell people all the time, please remember we are all human in the chat. We all bleed the same color. Some of us have the same life experiences and some of us don't. But at the same time, I don't want anyone to ever feel like they can't say what they want to say. Okay? Because that's just unacceptable. Not in my chat. That doesn't happen. I'm sorry, guys. This is an open forum. This is an open place of communication. The power that lies to paralyze. Pineapple, that's my safe word. Well, you may have to choose another safe word, or you're going to give yourself a few smiles. So that's, I love that that's your safe word. But we all need to remember that, yep, PTS for life. I love pineapple on pizza too. And that may be a debate. Some people may really hate pineapple on pizza, but you know what? Some pineapple, some mushrooms, some white sauce, garlic, c'est magnifique. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so very much, Red. I appreciate it. Another comment or another email not email, a conversation. It was a message saying, hey, we need to talk. And so I was like, all right. Phenomenal. Jamie Palmer. Hey there. See, and you finally didn't say that. That's right. Don't stifle my toppings. That's right. Don't suppress my toppings. That's just rude. Okay, thank you, at Liz Ferris. That's awesome, and a safe word is brilliant. Always, always. I believe I've lived and grown up in a place where they treat people like garbage and treat people like they're nobodies, and you're not allowed to have your own opinion or your own thoughts, and don't dare think that something's wrong with this religion because then it's even worse. So I'm not going to do that to someone else, but I'm sure as hell not going to let someone be bullied when they just want to have their opinion. Okay. Eve, Liz Ferris, I have to admit, I've seen a lot of tension over SPTV chatters, mods, presenters, and I can help, but this somehow fallout from the whole aftermath thing. It is a little bit from the aftermath thing. But here's the thing, and I'm going to give my opinion again on the aftermath, and I'm so sorry, guys. Everybody has their differences and opinions. I have written into the aftermath and I have asked for help, and you know what? I've been told that I'm getting it, and that's good enough for me. I've also had the aftermath help me with giving me information on my father. So for that, they are actually doing what they're supposed to do. Everyone that is on the aftermath board knows my father. Every single person knows my father. And they don't just know him through me, they know him personally. So all I'm saying is, before we judge or before we dismiss people or bully them, like the idea that people were sending "you should die" to some of these people, that's disgusting. You can have a difference in opinion. You can think that something they did was not okay, but wishing death upon someone, that's unacceptable. Because would you want your aunt, your uncle, your friend to receive an email that says you should die? Or even sending it to Mike Render saying, you know what? I wish the cancer had gotten you. How is that supporting the aftermath? How is that supporting a cause? Wishing someone death? That's too much. That is absolutely too much. Sandy, welcome to the chat. I missed you. I got your doll today. I think it's amazing. And you know what? That video you sent me made my day. Made my day. Thank you. And I'm glad she loved it. But that made my day. Thank you so much. Grounded in truth. Yes. Love. Love's going to get us through this. Love's going to do all of it. Okay, Jamie Palmer, Liz, yeah, no threats like that are necessary, right? Because they have families, they have kids, they've been through this torture too, and it's not giving them any kind of hope. I personally, if I got an email stating that someone wished I was dead, I'd block them. But if I kept getting emails, you know what? I'd stop. I'd stop caring about other people. I'd stop reaching out to people. And I don't want to be that person, because then you don't know who's actually saying it. Do you know if it's A, if it's B, if it's C? Is it a person that you consider a friend? Xenu's homegirl, welcome. Welcome. I love the unicorn fart. Hold on one second. Yeah, but retired red, I feel more like I slapped myself for no good reason. I got to say, it's been bad on my spine and oh no, shivering when I ask or do something. Okay. And I didn't know exactly what, because the way things are going, I was expected to be banned next. You'll never be banned from me. I don't ban. I don't do it. I don't ban. It is a free country, and I am not about to take that away from people. Okay, Eve, I left Scientology. When I left Scientology, the aftermath was unable to help me. I was homeless for 2 years. It fucking sucked. Oh, I just demonetized myself. Oh well. But I would never send them hate. I am thankful that they have been able to help others like me. Absolutely. And here's what I will say. And this is not because I don't have the information, but I'm just giving what my experience has been when it comes to nonprofits. First of all, a nonprofit can't help everyone. Not that they don't want to. They want to help every single person. I know quite a few nonprofits here in Sacramento that do the best that they can to help people. But if they don't have the money to help people, so they've got to take the worst case scenario, and then when they do have the money, they want to help as many people as they possibly can. But that's just it. Sometimes there's not the funds behind it. Or is everyone there supposed to open their pocketbook? and being homeless, I definitely understand that. And I am so sorry you had to experience that, because my mom was homeless and it broke my heart. The idea that I couldn't afford to put my mom into a place when I was, 10 years out of Scientology, I couldn't afford to pay for an apartment for my mom. Like, that's ridiculous. So then I try to get a second job so I can afford to get my mom into a place. And then I'm basically working 15 hours a day at this job. I'm working 10 hours, on the weekend. I'm working, I ended up working almost 75 hours a week. And I'm not proud of that. But I gave her every bit of extra cash I had so that way she had the ability to stay in a hotel. Because unfortunately, even though when you work two jobs, it does not mean that you can do it. I'm in a much better place financially. And yes, I do help her now. I will never have her be homeless, because that broke my heart. No matter what she's done to me or how vile she's been to me, I'm telling you, having your mom live out of her car sucked. Having your mom be in a homeless shelter sucked. Okay. Julia, Liz takes on the drama that has been most reasonable and reassuring. I don't know what this means. IMO. I am felt about that it since then. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know what all abbreviations stand for right now. And right now I'm trying really hard not to sneeze. But yes. Oh, hold on. Penguin. That's right. My I love penguins. I will not ban anyone on Liz's channel. That is a decision for Liz only. That's right. Oh, in my opinion. Oh, that's what IMO means. Okay, so let me do that again. Hold on. Okay, let's take on the drama that has been most reasonable and reassuring. In my opinion, felt better about it since then. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so very much, because you know what? It's not necessary, and it's not going to help with the overall goal of getting people out. It's one of those things where we just have to agree to disagree. And whatever everyone does is going to be amazing. Okay. Summer Savage, Liz, you are quite literally the calm in the drama storm. I hope so. I hope so, because it's, we all do the best that we can. And, sometimes there's going to be drama in life. There's no way around that. People have differences in opinions, difference of feelings, and feelings are big for everybody. Just so you know, feelings are huge. Emotions are huge, especially if you grew up with your emotions being stifled. And once emotions get involved, then yes, there's drama. But at the same time, if we can just see above and beyond all of the drama, then we can get past this and we can become stronger than we ever were. And that's the big thing. That is the biggest thing that we need. Not giving OSA an avenue, not giving OSA a way to even destroy us. Because I promise you, most likely these emails stating death had nothing to do with members or subscribers or friends or family. I'm still not going to use that term, guys. No matter what you guys want, I'm not. That one hurts me a little bit. Or we'll just call it warriors. Okay, that one's a little easier for me. Whether you're a warrior or not, I don't think that you guys are sending the emails, but I think because of the infighting, it's OSA is sending those and trying to pretend to be you guys, and that will happen because you guys are here supporting us. So if they can make you think that they can turn one of you and you can say something nasty like that, then what's the point? Okay. Let me grab some of these starred items and then we'll get back to the talk with my aunt. Okay, Sandra Hartley, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sending hugs to you and your wife. Just sent you a little bit of money to help with your dad. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it, because you know what, this whole situation is, done a number to our savings. Like as in there's none. but we're trying to do the best that we can. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Eve, okay, I don't know another way, so here it goes. Heavy petting is genital sex without penetration. It's everything but kind of sex. Okay. We were taught that heavy petting could be hugging someone too long, but thank you for letting me know. I never actually looked it up because they're really big on saying it's, hugging for too long. Okay. Kay West, I love that you're staying focused on what's important. The live you did the night everything blew up was definitely a lot to keep people calm, centered, and refocused. Absolutely. Because again, here's the thing, guys. And I'm going to tell you this because you guys are my friends and you guys are my family. We're literally doing everything we possibly can to make sure that we can help get people out. If Claire called me tomorrow and said, you know what, I'm going to get someone up to Sacramento. Can you drive them the rest of the way? I would. Wherever she needed me to take someone, I would. Because here's the thing, when I was let go, it was traumatizing. They personally made sure to tell my mom what a failure I was. What a horrible Scientologist I was. So yes, I will help anyone. Even the ones that have hurt me, I would still help them. Okay, Rhonda. Question, would you still get demonetized after 30 minutes into a live? I have no idea. Being completely honest, the ones that I've been demonetized where they send me that letter that you've been demonetized. I'm just kind of like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know what I did wrong, but okay. And then I have to file the appeal, basically. But that's just how it works, unfortunately. If they're going to demonetize me for something, they're going to demonetize me for anything, actually, guys. You'd be surprised. Okay. Eve, let's see. Liz Ferris, I haven't had a chance to tell you, but your haircut is adorable. You do very much look like a cartoon character we talked about. Well, thank you so much. It's literally, this is, I do the faux hawk very much, but at the same time, I like to, I am a hat person all the way. And of course, I am a huge Yankees fan, but I am a hat person all the way. They give me, they give me courage sometimes. Summer Savage, so they're stealing our usernames. In some situations, they can because they've seen your username. And it doesn't take much to say, hey, this. So let's say they send me an email. Okay, we're just going to put this. They have not sent me this, Summer, so I'm just using you as an example because you asked the question. Let's say someone sends me an email and it says private email account, blah, 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 or it says, Summer Savage 2, because they can create a new YouTube that says Summer Savage 2. They can create an email that says Summer Savage 2. And let's say they send me an email saying, you know what, you're a piece of garbage. I wish you were dead. They will use your name. They will absolutely do that in a heartbeat. OSA has no backbone. They're not going to sign their own name. They're not going to sign it. Love OSA. Love always. Much love, OSA. No, they're gonna create names, and some of them may be yours because they do watch our shows. Shows? They do watch our. I don't know. I'm not good at saying these are shows. I'm more along the lines of these are friends having a good conversation. So, but yes, they would absolutely, if given the chance. Okay. Gems of SPTV, greeting all. We'll have to catch up. Love hearing your voice, Liz. Well, thank you so much. Even though it's a little raspy today, I feel like I should be doing like, an Etta James or something right now, or maybe I should like pull out, Bette Midler in my repertoire. But we all have our thing, I'm like, I've got that deep voice, everybody. I can be like, broken windows and empty hallways. The pale didn't move, the stars streaked with gray. See, I'm telling you, I love Bette Midler. Okay, let me grab this one. Kay West, I agree with you, Eve and Summer. I really haven't participated in any chats before, but I feel safe here. Thank you so very much. If my mission in life is to make people feel safe, I'm okay with that. I'm 1000% okay with that because that is my goal. I never felt safe growing up. And if I give people a safe space, then I'm going to give people a safe space so that they know that they're cherished, that they're loved, that they're doing the best that they can. Juliet, oh, sorry. Woo, sing it. Not going to sing the whole thing. That will absolutely get me demonetized. And so then all of a sudden I'm going to be like getting, you better pay me for using my song. And I'm trying to make sure that, I let you guys know what's going on and get my dad out or anyone else. Okay, fair game is still on then. Absolutely. Fair game will never end. Fair game will never end, everybody. Until we end Scientology, until we end the crap behind it, no, it will not end. They will continue doing as horrible things as they possibly can. Okay. Type and sign or type the @ sign and the person's name. Okay. Hey West, yes, I have some pipes. Why is there a song you want me to? Is there a song you want me to try? We will definitely try it if you can name one. Because I know some Bette Midler. I know quite a few songs. I know quite a lot of Pink and Adele. Let's see. Okay, I already grabbed that one. Okay, that night was truly crazy. We all had thoughts on it, but didn't know what to do. Absolutely, and you're gonna have thoughts. You're gonna have feelings because you guys are our friends. You're our family. You're literally listening to some of the hell that we've gone through and trying to be there for us. So it's basically like we're in front of you, begging for someone to give a shit, begging for someone to say, you know what, that shouldn't have happened to you. That you shouldn't have that memory, but we do. And so because we do, okay, Jamie, Liz, it's like blood in the water to a shark. Yes, OSA will sniff that blood out and they will use it to the best of their ability. I promise you. If you think OSA is not behind a lot of the drama or hopping in chats, creating more drama, I'm just telling you they do that because their biggest goal is to get us to stop, to get us to Gems of SPTV. Adele? Yes, like someone like you. Is that the song? No, I can't. I'll have to play it and then it'll be all bad, everybody. Oh well, Pink. From me, Bette Midler's when son's favorite when he was in preschool and now he's 37. I will tell you honestly, that was one of my favorite songs. For quite a long time. I loved well, I also, did you ever know that you're my hero? Yeah, because it's, did you ever know that you're my hero? Because you are the wind beneath my wings. Yeah. Summer Savage, Liz, I was an opera major, but hated opera, loved rock. So I got a business degree. That is fantastic. I did a little bit of business law, but I was pre-med. So I went microbiology. I'm that kind of nerd, everybody. And I literally blamed it all on Scientology. I was like, oh, they're the ones that taught me how to study. I do know this one, Jamie. It is a very good one. One of my favorites is Dear Mr. President, please take a walk with me. Yeah. That is one of my favorites right now, is Mr. President. But no, I love to sing. It brings me joy, brings me happiness. When I was a kid, my dad used to say that I'm going to end up at gold one day. And when I end up at gold, I'm going to be singing on records. And so glad that didn't happen. I'm just saying, everybody. Ash, same, hadn't participated in the chats until SPD family started arguing, needed do you see this? Felt triggered. Absolutely. There's yeah, ding, 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 ding. I could see all the creators being triggered too. Oh, good voice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Miss Sunrise Dawn, I hate that I missed so much of this. You haven't missed a thing. I promise. Yes, I do have some chops. And I love to sing. It makes me happy. I love going to karaoke. I have a degree Scientology would hate. Master's in clinical psychology. Margaret, that is amazing. Thank you so very much for telling me that. That makes me happy. I'm actually thinking about doing a double minor and going back to school so that I can take clinical psychology. If I go back to school, I mean, the only problem is once you already have your bachelor's, it costs a little bit more money. And before then, I qualified for, being poor, and now I don't qualify for a lot of going back to school credits and stuff. But we do our best, and primarily because of my therapist. My therapist has been amazing. As we like to talk about it, she's helped give me the tools so that I could save myself, so that I can be the best person for me. Hey, Pup Groomer. Pup Groomer in the house. I love your name. There's just something about Pup Groomer. Miss Sunrise Dawn, been a tough day. We found out today my dad's cancer is probably back. I am truly sorry for that. If there's anything that I can do for you, if you ever want to just talk, please just reach out to me. My email address flashes all the time. Miss Sunrise Dawn, I'd be glad to be there for you if you need anything. We'll know more Friday. Not going to lie, I'm scared. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. If everyone can just send a little bit of love to Miss Sunrise Dawn, that's a hard thing to go through. It's, I don't have that with my father, but he definitely has a stain of cigarettes that he's had his whole life. So yes, if you can just send Miss Sunrise Dawn some love, I'm sure she needs it. Okay. All right. Miss is so sorry. Let's see. Well, okay, so let's grab some questions. Okay. Girl. Okay, so Chow Yun Smut. Girl, when I get out to LA next, I want to tear up some karaoke with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because by then, maybe I'll have it mastered to be like, dear Mr. President, come take a walk with me. Or we could even do, broken windows and empty hallways, pale dim moon, stars streaked with gray. Human kindness is overflowing, and I think it's gonna rain today. See, it's a good one. It's a very good song if you actually listen to it. Can I sue them if I use my name, if they use my name? Technically, yes, but we don't know all the things, and a lot of them are being like done as like having no cojones, like signing things without putting people's names, So let me tell you, it's a lot of things are being done to make it look like it's a subscriber or a friend or a follower or whatever it is to be called that. But yeah, they try to do everything they can to hurt people, and wishing something like that will definitely hurt anyone. Miss Sunrise Dawn, been a tough day. We found out today. Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Okay, Gem of SPTV. I can totally see you as a therapist, Liz, especially for those who've been in similar situations. You are as you. Not all therapists will get it. No, not all therapists will understand deprogramming. Not all therapists will understand growing up in a cult. But you know what? I think it would be a very good career path. It just unfortunately is completely different than the path that I'm on. Okay, sinfully good. Liz Ferris, damn girl, you have some pipes. Thank you so much. Ash, I came out to my sister at a Pink concert, performed Dear Mr. President, and she didn't know the song, or the crowd passed pride flags to Pink on stage apart from the song. That is amazing. That is a great song. That is a phenomenal song. But way to go on coming out to your family. That is not an easy thing, because I'm fairly certain, everybody, that the reason that I am being disconnected from by my father is because I came out to him. He made it sound like he was okay with it, and now I'm pretty sure because they listened to all the calls, they forced him to disconnect with me, because je suis homosexual, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm perfect just how I am. Pup Grimmer, had a rough day myself. Found out one of my favorite fur clients passed. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Pup Grimmer, again, if you need some love, that is love right there. Because I wouldn't know what to do if my puppy died. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be a blubbering mess. Like, I would absolutely be a blubbering mess. So what you do is amazing, but I would be a blubbering mess. Okay. Sandy Yerkins, I've survived breast cancer twice. It can happen. That is phenomenal. Sandy, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Sandra, Wind Beneath My Wings. Did you ever know that you're my hero? Did you ever know that? I don't remember the whole song. I don't know why I'm having such a problem with it. Now I'm going to have to go listen to it. Because you are the wind beneath my wings. Or the under the boardwalk. We can have a sun under the boardwalk. Yeah, I'm telling you. I love me some Bette Midler. Like, that woman is... Julia, my cat recently passed. I've been grieving for a very long time. You know what? Love is love. Love is absolutely love. Whether it's to a fur baby, a human, whether it's to anyone, love is love. And you know what? Sometimes that pain hurts a little bit more because you have a connection. Okay, No Talk Tony, my brother survived cancer 5 times. Your brother better go buy a lotto ticket. That's fantastic. Give your brother a hug for me, because that is fantastic. Okay. Retired Red, I've used it for Liz. What'd you use for Liz? What'd you use for me? Okay. I think oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. The timing of you coming out and telling him that he was dead says it all. Absolutely. Absolutely. It says enough right there. Okay. I love how you guys are all sending love to those that have suffered. It's not easy. It's not easy to lose anyone or to be sick yourself, I promise. I've been there with the neuralgia. There's been some times that I've thought about some other avenues, because the medication's expensive. The medication by itself is $150 a month. And that's with insurance. That is absolutely with insurance, because it is normally $1,500 a month for the medication. So we got to do what we got to do to make sure that we're here. Okay, Giants, but I finally got my high school diploma this past summer. I'm 50, never too late. I might hate myself because I want to go to university and double major in psych and languages. That's a good one. Latin was my favorite. Latin was absolutely one of my favorites. Now I did want to, let me see this. Okay. Margaret, I have a daughter who is bi and a drag queen who performs on stage, and son who's straight as they come. Married and in the Coast Guard, love them both the same. Don't get parents who reject the kids. I don't either. I don't either, because I can promise you, if let's say one of the kids suddenly says, you know what, I want to be, I feel like I was born in the wrong body. You know what? We'll roll with the punches. We'll roll with them. Well, we will do what we have to do as a family. And even if, we have to get additional jobs, we'll do it, because that's what real parents do. Ash, there's hope. I didn't speak to my parents for 4 years after coming out. The time apart helped more than understanding. Hold on. Okay, met at a funeral. He likely thinks different now, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand. I understand more than you know. Okay. So everybody, we have caught up on the emails. I believe if I missed one of them, I'm so sorry. Please know that I will get to everyone as fast as I can. I try to email quickly, and then, do my best to respond. It's, hold on 1 second. Gesundheit. Yeah, Beta. Because Gesundheit is German, so Beta. All right. Don't forget to hit that like, smash subscribe. The more people that I can reach, the more people that we can spread good news. The more people that will listen and get to hear every side of the story and be there for everyone and have a safe space for everyone. All right. I will be getting some rest after this, everybody. I did want to just check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. I did have an amazing conversation with my aunt, and my aunt told me that my father did not know anything about religion. He was raised more on the Catholic side, and then someone decided to talk to him into trying to walk into a Scientology church. He walked into a Scientology church, and from there, everybody, he started working for the church. So he started literally working for the church within, I think it was like 5 or 15 days after leaving the Air Force. So he has not had a lot of life outside Scientology. He hasn't. I did not know that. And I was pretty much a little blown away at the idea that, within 5 or 15 days. So he never really got to live. And that's okay, because he's going to get to live now with all of your help. We're going to get him out. We're going to do everything that we can. You're going to get to meet him. You're going to get to see how I look just like my dad. And I look a lot like his sisters. Like, one of them could absolutely be my mom, because we're that much alike. Jamie Palmer, love you, sister. I love you too. Love you too, lady. So anyway, thank you so very much for being here with me, for listening, for loving. Please don't forget that everyone in the chat is human. We all bleed the same color. Pineapple is now going to be the safe word. I'm going to keep that on a pen and paper to make it easier. But I want to say thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you and all the help that you have given me and all the courage and power that lies to paralyze. Love you too. Thank you so very much. I love you. So I want to say thank you so very much for being here. Don't forget to smash the like, hit subscribe. Don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress. Remember, we're all in this together. I promise. From the word go, we're all in this together. Okay. Yes, Sandy, I can't wait to do a live with him. I promise. That's going to be an amazing day. And I can't wait for him to have a conversation with Amy, because I know one day that's going to happen. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I love you all so very much. Me and my sickness are going to go to bed. I always love seeing your mug. Well, thank you so much, Sophia. I love seeing you. Again, thank you so very much. Have a great rest of your evening and a good night. And until we meet again,